Okay, family them on an afternoon, on a good evening, on a morning, depending on whose side on a day in other part of the world. I want for welcome on all on board the Tele to Racheal Talk Show platform on another edition of Women and Politics. But before I continue, I just want to use a disclaimer because right now, Star TV logo still doing I mean flyer, and I want to use a disclaimer that my show is not being aired on Star TV. So very soon I will therefore remove that logo there. So let me just make a disclaimer, and una all know the reason if una dey follow me. And I want for be very protective of Star TV, meaning the situation where they find themselves in a country where there's no free speech. People are not allowed to speak their minds. So I just want for make them day on the safe side. That is why I miss safe even no want for any program for right now because I am going to continue to speak the minds and hearts of Sierra Leoneans anytime, any day, and even more so when election they come. I am coming out strong to speak the minds and hearts of Sierra Leoneans. So I know one for get cut up, or I know one for make Star TV get caught up in the middle of of all of this. They cannot shut everybody down. The government of Sierra Leone cannot shut everybody down. This is why we are in this part of the world enjoying democracy, free speech. So it's unfortunate that our country or the Sierra Leoneans, we have to go through what we are going through now. And the question we have to ask ourselves as Sierra Leoneans is how did we get here? How did we get to this point as Sierra Leoneans? So I want for we all think about that. How did we get here? And how as Sierra Leoneans then we go able to make this change, make we not be in the same predicament as we have been for the past 4 years. So again, once again, I want to welcome on board. It's been a while on my platform. And so I know say this is summer, we say they take small break and do your own small family time. But I am back, and so many things don't go wrong, so many things don't try for be right. And we they call out things them that are not right, especially so that the government will understand that this is what the country or this is what Sierra Leoneans are going through. And we hope say our president will listen because from so far we have not had a listening president, but we're wishing and hoping that he will listen to the cry of Sierra Leoneans moving forward. So I want for welcoming on board. If you're just joining in, share the video, share the video. And I know say we all know say this September month now a very significant and historical month for Sierra Leone as we're going through voters registration. This is very important. This is the first part. This is the first part of your involvement, of you being part of the process. This change, this grumble, this talk, where we they talk so, where we they grumble la corner, this now your opportunity. This is the first process for engage in the electoral process in Sierra Leone as a Sierra Leonean. It is your right, it is your responsibility. So do ya make you waste your na us full and forceful say I don't tire, I no go able all those challenges. Please, we not go want for make you complain or make we give we all a that for the complaint for next government. So please, and we dare so today for can't talk about the so many challenges where we all the see on social media, what we all the get report from Sierra Leone as to how the voters registration they go. A lot of videos are out, so we can't discuss them today. And of course, it's not other person better we can able for what we to analyze and talk about situation where I call that person, the women ambassador, where maybe Ben, where they speak truth to power, where they tell it like it is, regardless. That person in Indian also today, where they stand up for Sierra Leone, where they raise in voice, regardless of the threat and intimidation, but she continued to speak out. And that is the person I have here today. And I have so much respect for that woman. I have so much honor to give to that woman. Welcome, Madam Femi Claudius-Cole, on the platform Tell It to Racheal on Women and Politics.
Thank you so much, Rachel. It seems like years ago since
I
we
know.
were back on the show. It's good to be back. Very good to be back. I think platforms like yours are going to be our only available avenues to speak our minds and say what needs to be said.
Okay, so family, I want to welcome Madam Femi on the platform, and I welcome her. He there for we carry on the conversation, and you safe there for be part of the conversation by sending in your messages, your comments, and also share the video. So people will have the opportunity to also to view this video or listen to this video as the case may be. Madam Femi, once again, welcome. We'll not get much time. We'll get for kicking right into so many things there where they happen at the voters registration. But before we go in depth, how have you been so far from from August 10, from August 8th to now? Briefly, how have you been so far?
Um, Sad for the most part. I've been extremely. I don't want to say depressed because depressed is much deeper than that, but extremely sad. Um, Watching a lot of things play out, watching the way things have been handled, the way people have been handled, the way people have lost their lives. And what saddens one the most is the knowledge that it could have been handled so very differently, without a single loss of life. Not police life, not citizens' life. Nobody needed to die.
So why did you say it could have been handled differently? What do you mean by that?
Um, there's this talk that they had no idea that, at least for us, for the women, I knew they knew that the women wanted to march. They knew. They claim that they don't know, but they knew. And they could have approached the women, or even if not approached the women, let us say the women did not want to be approached. They could have said, you know, it's in the woman and say they want match. At the end of the day, the constitution gives them the rights to match. When I left them with the match, they matched with them foot sour, then they go now the old school later. Provide protection for them so that bad boys or bad girls, bad people, not infiltrate inside them, and monitor it. Just walk alongside them. They could easily have done that. They could easily have done that. And the part that saddens one even more is the fact that they have refused to acknowledge the reason for people wanting to march, and trying to paint it as an overthrow, which it clearly was not. Um, Elections around the corner. There's no need for that kind of talk. But it was convenient for them to say that to justify their approach, to justify the killings on both sides, to justify the heavy handedness from the administration. I'm not going to say just the police. The police work with orders. And even as we listen to all of them talk, when I say all of them, I mean the president, I mean the cabinet ministers, I mean even the clappers. You listen to them talk, they try to spin it. By that I mean they want to put a story to it that is more pleasant for them, because the reality is kind of rough. So rather than face the truth and really let's have a conversation, Instead, we want to spin it. They were insurrectionists, they were terrorists, they were. Now, Sierra Leoneans are known for being among the most peaceful people in Africa. And if the president sees the rumblings or hears the rumblings of dissatisfaction, he has several options. He has so many options. Now, let me take you back to the first time that I was that the first time I was arrested? No, I think that was the second time I was arrested when they came to my home. Now,
Yeah, I was just going to go there because when you talk about they could have engaged, or there are so many things
they
they could
could
have
have
done
done.
to avoid, all the
Yes,
bloodshed and killing and all of that. I will
yes,
just want to take you back because after the whole thing, I had a program because you remember that the Minister of Information keep saying that there was no there was it was faceless, that the protest was faceless. So I just took people back down memory lane on July 4th when there was a face and what happened to that face, and that was you, because
yes,
you
and
were the face of
not
the
only
women.
yes,
So
and not only that,
before you continue with that response, because this is very important, let us listen to what happened July 4th when there was a face.
Right now they were control. Here we dey make the money with the car. When they enter, when they help me, when they study for me, and they born me. We dey suffer with this testimony. We dey suffer. Yeah, we dey go. Yeah, Mama. We are suffering. Some of our husbands have no job. Some of us we are not illiterate. We are suffering. Some of us we are single parents. Some of us we are single parents. We are not illiterate. We are suffering. Price control, there is no price control. We are suffering. Mr. President, France of our head. This is women. We are suffering. We are coming from a bunch of things. We are suffering. Oh, now some of the country there, they don't own them. They own them. We don't get no arm. We don't get no arm. We just want we for time. For extraction with the fee. They're not arresting on them. The OC, some things are taking our slow. It's not for 28. The OC, we don't need confusion with the peace. Mr. President, come to our aid. We the women who are suffering. We the women who are suffering.
Yeah, this was July 4th, when there was a face. So can you tell me quickly or briefly about that experience as compared to the minister in statement? It was a faceless. But what happened to you when there was a face and you were the face? What happened?
yeah,
Can
well,
you clear that up?
that's
And I want
I
to
was
family
just
them comment on what happened, so on the video that they saw and what happened on July 4th when there was the face. So you were in at the comment section. Please keep the comment going. Go ahead.
so that's exactly where I was going to go, and in a situation like that, when the I think she's the executive secretary
Madam
for
Femi, I
the
only talk English because we viewers that they say we get for break and down so the least person will go understand if they share the video and all of that. So let's break it down to our language, our local language.
so you want Creole, you know want
Yes,
English.
yes, we want to because when they ask for Creole.
So that 10 day where then can I mean the executive secretary Hawasamai came. It kind of was at that moment, at that very heated moment, where he come, he say thinking able for communicate to the president, thinking communicate to the president. Now say, well, you want tell me say the president has been in a bubble all this time. He doesn't see, he doesn't hear. You know the yeri all so where the woman and they cry for. they're not on the ally in a vacuum. All these things don't they out in the open for a long time. So now you they arrest me Sunday. It's very simple. The president, if the president wants one for engage the woman, then we are not faceless, we are not nameless. It is very possible. But at this time and moment, where una get all of the entire military outside me host, now we want for dialogue. I mean, what are they doing kind of thing here? Is this dialogue? Is this collaboration? Is this talking? Is this conversation? You get all this military hardware outside me host. This is nonsense. Not to show you they can't talk to person. So I don't know, and we're looking at people who have degrees in peace and conflict. And I mean, I don't ever do a course in or anything in peace and conflict, but I should say no to that way then they tell you for execute a peaceful outcome to any kind of conflict. So after that, when economy host, the next thing where Ayeri was, she went on 98.1, giving facts that alternative facts. Let me respectfully put it that way. I know what tell people say it a lie.
That not be our samai.
Yeah, those were alternative facts. And I mean, in the spirit of full disclosure, I later on called her. I said, well, I don't appreciate what you go talking at 98.1. We not get, there was no time for us to have a conversation. A conversation of substance for let you able to go on radio and recount say na so Femi say or na so happy na Femi it was. That was wrong. That was wrong. You know for doing that way. Okay, then you arrest me. Fine. You keep me for 5 days. At which point then did you then have another conversation where you go say, okay, Femi, we don't arrest you now. We don't look. Una kind we sit down at a round table. This government does not engage. They're not the engaged person. They're not the, like where you go say, problem don't they na family, problem don't they na an organization, problem they na the church, in a marriage, you call parties together and say, una let we come. We need for talk about this. Nothing, no amount of violence, they solve any kind of a problem. Una kala we can see, let we talk. They never did. So even give me a minute, Racheal. Even okay. After all this weather happened, so can you believe that the president called, I believe, chiefs?
Yeah.
The chiefs. He called CSOs.
Mm-hmm.
I think he called interreligious bodies. When are we the political class where you don't vilify, you don't say now we are the demons, now we are the terrorists, now we are the worst people on earth. Okay, say now we are the worst people on earth, but at the end of the day, guess what? We're Sierra Leoneans. But you know, engage me.
But he engaged the opposition and they engaged the Sierra Leoneans then.
Which he hasn't engaged the oppositions at all.
So you not engage the opposition at all?
Not that I know of. Okay. me a leader of the COP. If you engage political parties,
I would just need clarity on some of them things here, because these are some of them things here where the people took to the streets for, you know, that they needed the voice of the president. So these were some of the reasons. But like you said, and as we all see and Yeri,
they're not busy for listening, Racheal.
Okay.
And you know what I can say, some man not go like this, but not true. Then them where they up na the hill, the cabinet, the people in power, the people that will get the power, they don't cook for we all. Some man they go meet her in the sell fufu. Then grab them, then lock and sell. Then don't cook for we. Would they fat for
So
digest?
so let's talk about that. We don't talk about that small before we go inside this, because all this don't lead to so many things really happen now inside the voters registration. Um, we hear and you will hear say, of course, a lot of people were they arrest a lot of people, a lot of women them as well. Where they
Are still
arrest,
arrested.
some they me hear some be the Benghazi, some be the Pademba Road, and some be the all over the place at the police station. And you and me know how these police stations are in terms of even keeping animal safe. Animal no go leg for there, not to talk of Pademba Road or Benghazi. And the government they claim say they don't release how many hundreds of people, how many hundreds of people have been they don't release them. Uh, you are on ground. Tell us about the release and how much more or how many more people, especially women, they will still they lavish na Pademba Road.
Rachel, our constitution and the law, and I believe say the law all over the world, they tell you say somebody innocent till you prove in guilt. The person not get for proof in innocent. You get for proof in guilt. So you're innocent until that point where the court of law finds you guilty. In order for let that process they happen, they don't forget a one-on-one engagement with the lawyers. The constitution is clear.
So they don't get
The
access
length,
to legal
the
representative.
now then they are so 1, 2, 3 lawyers they able foresee them. They've been denied legal representation. Lawyers were threatened with arrest. Any lawyer will carry with the arrest stand. This happened. It happened. Not to then say, not to lie. It happened. But wait for a minute. Just wait for a minute. Let me really look at the picture. The picture where I tell you say I'm sad, Rachel. I mean, I am sad to every cell within my body sad. In a case where you don't arrest, even me, when you arrest me, the law is clear on how many days you for hold me before you charge me. That woman there don't do a month. Some of them have been a month, some of them have been 3 weeks, some have been 2 weeks, some then go arrest them and then
And they
some then go
still they
arrest
own
them.
them. They still arrest people.
I don't know when last they arrest person, but some people were arrested 2 weeks ago. But not to, that's they can arrest who that they feel to say them for arrest. We're not they say that. We're not trying to be judge and jury. What would they try for say is that the constitution gives us guidelines. And the guidelines is number one, it is the person where you they arrest, you get a time frame where you they hold am. Where if you're not able for charge am, you they get am bail. Rachel, it's not like I say Sierra Leone, we no longer have law. We no longer have law, and you doubt the authenticity, you doubt the genuineness of the law protectors. Then one day we get the responsibility for safeguard with law. You doubt their genuineness, you doubt their sincerity, you doubt their love for the people. At the end of the day, follow you wicked person to a certain level, to God you hate her. But I mean, we're talking about the country. It's not to like Femi. You like Femi, you not like Femi. Femi not give her biscuits. But we're talking about love for country. And a country will not get a foundation of law. Rachel, what you get? You have nothing. It's a kangaroo country. All man do it in them feel for leg. Take this person, shoot and pow pow in the back. Take down the arrest them. Do whatever you feel like doing. That is not a country. That is not the Republic of Sierra Leone. What would the Republic this? Where you violate the rights of everybody.
So what's in the condition there, woman there? I'm sorry, I'm being
How do we
specific
know?
on them, because we all know.
How do we know? How do we know? How do we know? How do
So
we know?
there are still, even when registration they go on, there are still women being kept in Pademba Road.
Yesterday, I said then go court. Then go court yesterday with some women. Apparently, one woman been there amongst them, Racheal. Another day, na Dense. But I have it on pretty good authority. The mommy na stroke patient, paralyzed apparently down one side of his body, past 2 person at the Epanwaka from Pademba Road. What the hell was she doing there? A rioter? A insurrectionist? A terrorist? But you know, Racheal, how we don't turn so you don't fever. There's a saying. They say do evil that good may come. Maybe it is God's design. We never can question God. We never can question how God gets us to a place that he wants us to get to. And the more we question the actions of the foolish, the more we question God. So maybe it is not time for we say, Papa God, if not so you want time, we agree. If not a handful, 100, 300 people get for suffer for we all, Papa God, we agree. If at the end of the day, all this evil is going to be turned into something good, Papa God, we agree. So for me, your time is precious. The show is precious. We can spend all day following the talk on the evil that men do to other men and the evil that men do to their women that we see played out. Men shot in the back, men they drink attire, shot and killed, bodies never being returned to families. If we go down that lane, it is a lane of sadness, it's a lane of bitterness, it is a lane that we do not seem to be able to lift ourselves out of. The government, the power, they do the worst way they're able to do to those that they've arrested. Let them go ahead.
So does that mean when people are so they get for disenfranchise them from a vote from
if that is what they want to do, then we were there na do we not there na sell go up for make sure say we register for cover them. Because
so
this
as an opposition,
Racheal, they're not listening.
No, have you raised the concern to I mean, our moral guarantors, the international bodies, the way they say people that still there at Pademba Road, where they've not been granted bail, they have not been granted legal representatives, and they're going to be disenfranchised.
Not so secret, man. Not so secret. Not so secret. Now make us say, you know, this is a sad place. It's a sad place for anybody where, not even like Sierra Leone, like Africa. We're in such a dark place right now in this country. The only beacon of hope, the lights, what would they see no more now when I would they cling to? It's let us have our free and fair elections come 2023. But the road to that election goes through the first bus stop, and that is registration.
And that is what we can discuss, go into now. But before we get into that again, I just want for lay this issue, but like I said, I'm a bit troubled. I'm sad with all waiting on past. So, and what do you make of the response of the international community with all of what happened with the August 8, 9, 10? And we see Sierra Leoneans the way die being ignored, and we see police officers being honored. And We also see how CNN gets to intervene for dig up the truth or for unearth the truth where happen. How do you feel about all of these happenings in Sierra Leone?
You know what, Rachel? Let's tell you too. If you for ask me, wetin na the one singular thing wey make a difference for me, na that man wey invent cell phone, yeah? Mr. WhatsApp. Na that man dey na dey tell thank you. We thank the international media. They were here, they saw, they have footage. But we say thanks to the cell phone. Me get footage where I not release it. Of the white vehicle parked outside my house for days. I get this footage. I get the license plate number. I get the image of the driver wey been the driver. And Tango can when myself they go full public with them.
Well, we don't talk so later. Not come to your house for can't take thief yourself photo.
No, it then no. Then get for side then get for go to fan. Then get for go to Mr.
Cloud.
No, then get for go to Mr. Google. No, they have to go to Mr. iCloud now for go thief them footage. Then they. They don't get for can to me. They are welcome to any phone that they want. I get them Boku. They can have any one of them. Only a moron leaves all his information now on these phones. They're in the cloud, Auntie Racheal. It is the wise man that makes the fool man wise. So, when we talk about the women who are incarcerated, when we talk about the lack of justice, when we talk about the Chief Justice could do more, the Minister of Justice could do more, all these people that are charged with the responsibility, if we go there, we get stuck in a, we go fashion inside poto. Now they will go fashion. And as a country, I think to say, we don't get something else where we they cling to. All man where they out na the land, all side. For pray for the one the way they're old. Let them give them justice. We not say until the parent not believe for sorry for person, so let not sorry for them. Let give them justice. Let the justice system work.
In terms of the death where the government puts officially, you think say more people died?
Racheal, I have no idea. People have not been able to claim their bodies.
As we
have
speak.
They been buried in mass graves? Were they given funerals of any kind of sort? Were innocent people killed along with the guilty? Do we know? We don't know. I don't know. But for me, I don't know what we can accomplish by the postmortem that we're having right now. It was ugly. It was violent. Lives were lost. Lives needn't be lost. All lives are precious. Sierra Leone lives are precious. Police lives are precious. Civilian lives are precious. And it is sad that lives were lost of that magnitude. We have enough trouble dealing with mudslides and fires and hurricanes and natural disasters for us to add all this to it. Let we pray for God able to give you the capacity as human beings to be able to forgive. When I said, forgive them for they know not what they do. Let God give you that capacity. I'm struggling with forgiveness myself because every day I feel bitter. Every day I feel sad that a country of 7 million people, God gave us this land as a paradise and we're turning it into hell. Let God forgive we. Let me forgive them. Let me forgive the foolish ones. Let me forgive the wicked ones. If not, we're not going to grow. I mean, Auntie Racheal, just imagine for a minute that in 2023 we have a new government. Do we want to go into a new administration, a new Sierra Leone with this level of bitterness?
Right.
Now not begin kill we self say with the revenge. We have to be able to start the forgiving process right here, right now. I'm struggling with it. I have every reason to struggle with it. But as a country, we get for begin for move to a better place. I'm telling you.
But you know things say of course you read the interview with the president from BBC to CNN to the to
Yes.
what have you do you not think that was an opportunity for the president to really speak to the minds and the hearts of the people? Do you think he got it right?
The president has been making speeches for a while. And me, Femi Claudius-Cole, have been criticizing a bulk of them for a long while. Where there should be empathy, there is threat. Where there should be soft words, there is anger. Where I think the president misses golden opportunities. Speech in parliament, this and that. He
No,
misses
I'm talking about when this issue, the August 10, when people are
yes,
so
he
bitter
misses many. Auntie Rachel, he misses golden opportunities. He does. He misses golden opportunities where you see, is it the love that is lacking?
So what's gonna be opportunity? Why you say in Missam? Reach out, speak to the hearts and minds of Sierra Leoneans during those
Look,
interviews from the BBC to see what have you.
Rachel, if one person die, if one green person die, now we say one person no more die.
Good afternoon.
If one person die, it is an opportunity for your head of state to come out and pour oil on troubled waters. The country is in pain. The country is suffering. We have undergone a loss. We talk to our God, we talk to Allah, we talk to Jesus, we talk to somebody in the higher realm. We do not come out with guns blazing. They are terrorists. I mean, you know what? I am not the president. Brigadier Julius Madabio is the president, and he will do things his way. God bless him. I am not here to defend. I have criticized him so much in the past. Rachel, I tell you too, I'm done. As far as I'm concerned, those in State House can do what the hell they like. What the hell they like. The people of Sierra Leone have the capacity, we get shock absorber, we they absorb anything where they dish to it. We are absorbing it like troopers. Because God no bad. If we serve a living God, he will change either their hearts and minds or he will change the government. We will continue to pray, we will continue to fast, we will continue to register.
All right. Before we're getting to the registration now, I promise you. But let's listen to this. Are just part of waiting the president be say when he had a golden opportunity, like you said, when he was interviewed, I think from some journalists from BBC, where they come on the ground to get the real fact of the issue. This is just a short one, but take a listen.
Not yours.
We've spoken to people and they've said that it's because of economic hardship that prompted them or that propelled them to go out on the streets to demonstrate. And what are you doing to address economic hardships in this country?
With the prices of things just going up, I cannot protect the people of this country.
Did you get that?
I did. I have no comment. I'm done talking about the president.
Okay, let me. All right, let's move. I understand how you feel because you have been one person that has always been vocal in critiquing some of
Yeah,
the strong combative words by the president or statements by
yeah,
the
yeah.
president. So if you say you're done talking, I get
I'm,
it.
I'm done.
Yeah, I
I'm
get
so
it.
done. You can put
Okay,
a fork right through me. I'm done.
I
I'm
get it.
done.
So let me move on to the registration, and let me just play a few concerns them, then we can take it from there. Take a listen.
44 constituency 127. We get challenges them and we various centers them that the entire constituency. Again at the upper part of Malatore is called Sanitown. Again at center form number 16, 18, when I'm not primary school. But we get difficulties then. From the one when the registration starts. The one when the registration starts, for letting my students able to come on, it's very difficult for them to come on. We will expect them to register 200 and above, but no we get that amount them. For them to reach 100, it's impossible to have very good. The two also we get difficulties there. As you know, see, these are the first time voters there. They 30% voters in this particular community. But up till now, they don't get access to it. For them, they're able to register. They are work for bread. They are register. Work for bread. They are register. For them, the voters are machine all the time. Then they're able to register.
So this is my concern. You will have to clarify because you're on the ground. The concern of the Sierra Leoneans, they want for the register, especially the first time voters. Them, this issue of um, a demand or councillor or whatever, when a one person for able for identify or what is a for a day, when we have thousands or hundreds of others and community people, then we want for register when a first time. How is that really true? And how does that feel? For Sierra Leoneans then want to register
And
for the first time.
actually, Racheal, we in a COP, we just put finishing touches on a small video clip where we self don't prepare. And on Thursday, I sent a letter, I carry, me personally carry and go, na neck, where we requesting a meeting with the chairman of the commission of NEC, of ECSL. We request a meeting with them because of these concerns we don't they reach we through we agents. And again, I tell you, say the last one, we tell God thank you for cell phone and WhatsApp. Again, a cell phone back they save whistle. Because in the olden days, all these complaints would have just fallen through the cracks. But now we have video evidence. People they talk for themselves. Now, my Twitter page, I posted a write-up where I do them for yesterday, I think, where somebody they question the authenticity of my information. And here it is. The Pekin then self, now then they talk of them constraints. And we are raising it with ECSL. We realize that ECSL self get challenges, but me want for reality see that their willingness for let me meet and try for brainstorm and try for solve some of these issues. We no say then take on a big job. It's a big job, and it's unfortunate say then take them on during A, heavy rains, B, just as schools are going back, they're going back to the classrooms.
So,
So
but one can say why they then put a date when they know they're not even prepared technically, because this is a very technical job. We get for doing it, the machine, the technicality is heavy. So why they put out a date when they were not technically even prepared?
well, I am not afraid of trouble. Let me make it clear. I ain't afraid nobody in trouble past God in you. But on this occasion, I don't make up my mind, Racheal say. I am going to be very diplomatic as I bash ECSL. And the reason why I'm going to be diplomatic is because I want for let them do the right thing. I don't want for let we get a let's say they get for married me pikin. And I want the marriage for be a happy and successful marriage. So in like way they not do me something, I'm going to still be the bigger person and they take the high road and not they bash them out of the box until I don't engage the chairman. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because at the you say they get fake birth certificate, blah 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 blah. So for now, let's not throw the baby with the bathwater.
No,
So
but even though we say even with those paperwork so that they require and all of that, but even for going to the centers on time, it's a problem. And like you say, we have videos where the people let's self they complain. They have
let me tell you, it's an ECSL problem. It was a statistics Sierra Leone problem. It is a Sierra Leone problem that we are failing to properly plan. And for me, I feel say ECSL maybe I don't know. You know, I dey wait until I don't engage them. I don't get the facts from them. Then don't hear we own side. We put out we own video. Now I don't care, let her go. Monday I don't care, other let her go back. Let me engage. If you don't mind, let me do another show because okay, look. They moved people around. They transferred people from here to there. Some people quit. I don't know the in-depth as to why. I made an accusation to them before that whatever they do, we are all watching. If you take everybody from one locality and put them in one place, it looks as if you want to play with the numbers. But I know they accuse them of playing with the numbers. It is still early days. If inside this next week, we're able to rectify all them problems, yeah? So now not begin cost and say they're not babu yet. We are not really sure if they're not babu yet.
Oh, listen to waiting Dr. Bright instead talk where instead within one of the registration center there.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Salon Force Media. I also today with the chairman and leader for the National Grand Coalition Party, Dr. Davies White, who said can register for the 2023 elections na the Patricia Kaba Center, Godrich community. Yes, sir, chairman. What are the message we get for the members of the National Grand Coalition out there?
Yeah, the message we get actually for everybody in the salon, and that is this particular registration is very, very important. Very important that everybody can exercise in rights. And in fact, this is a duty, a responsibility we get as citizens in this country. Now, the registration don't start. But it don't start with a lot of hitches, a lot of complaints, especially in the western area, so far older. One of the things is that the process is very slow. And it almost appeared to me as if now 15 days, because since then they do them in two phases. One side now 15 days it will take. But like this particular center, so the way then they go, now at a rate of about 120 a day, now they able for register. That is very small because now one grain machine, 90 nationally the Patricia Kaba. A very small because if you know the number of people who can come vote now, then you take and say that 120 no more they register per day. Then for 15 days, I mean, not to anything much. You see, so something has to be done. I don't know if not because now 2000 machine and see them get, even though now 3,630 centers a day. But something has to be done. One thing is clear. as far as this registration concerned, everybody will come for car register, forget the right for register. So if they're not done the registration on the time where they don't fix them, let ECSL be ready for extend them so that people will get the opportunity. But there's no way anybody can be left behind. Everybody forget the right for register and vote.
All right, that's not the voice of Dr. Dennis Bright, we're the chairperson of the NGC party. Madam Femi, what do you get for saying to that?
No, myself na agent, and they go around from centers there, they go watch. And one thing I can assure is that we are going to make sure all my way want register. All my way want for register.
So how are we able to achieve that? Because there is a deadline.
Well, we are going to the deadline. They're not right out blood. That is why we are engaging. Somebody says it's okay to get into good trouble. Me on trouble, they all na CID trouble. No, they will not to win. But as I say, this registration, we are not playing with it, Auntie Racheal. We're not a play with her. Those who want to be registered will and must be registered. Now make then say, you know, just they pull close for feds, you begin box, blah, blah, blah. I don't write me letter, I don't go letter. Monday, I dey write other letter, I go letter. Hopefully, we will engage. Because that's the way that Bobo they talk, so if they back now the audio, the video where we don't prepare. Where then they say now one person for verify one person.
Yeah. So that's a very big concern. That's a very, very big concern. Yes.
And there are many concerns. Breaking down machines, no power, verification stress, unfriendly atmosphere, even for the next staff. The people then get school, picking and get for go land. Crowd day. It is raining. People are under the elements. Old people, young people. Some man get for go work, he get for go school. It don't count 2 days, it don't count 3 days. We are fully aware of all the constraints. Some areas say they're not for register past 20 for the day. Some area they cut off registration at 20 Auntie Racheal. But we want to make sure we engage ECSL, let we discuss, let we know it who they pull there, because it appears they themselves are having constraints. So we they get respect because ECSL get for be ECSL.
So the figure where the ECSL boss they pull out say that they register. What do you think about that?
We want one of our main questions is why the amount registered per day cannot be posted on their website. Every center, like how they do election time, how them they do answer no more. When then for the end of the day, now only 30 days. I mean, when I get data management team, when I get all kinds of things, let us have it per day across the country per day. Now 2,000 machines.
So you're not satisfied, or you're not sure about the figures when they pull out.
That make I want meet with the man. Let it explain give me.
So who's you plan for meet with him?
I don't explain to you. Say I don't carry letter go Thursday. And they carry letter go back Monday. Some tell me letter we go Thursday. Some tell lost. And they send other letter go back Monday.
So what happened if there is no engagement?
And then we realize that it is not by accident, it is by design. That you don't let we now for speculate, say it is voter suppression by design. Because if na voter suppression by accident, poor planning, poor equipment, poor training, etc., then they would make provision for them. But if it is voter suppression by design, then we have a problem. That means to say, una no want for let people they register. Why? Is it because the numbers that they gave you at Statistics Sierra Leone are going to be blown out of the river? Is it? We don't yet know. I am not going to fight a battle. I'm not yet in the boxing ring. I am going to wait.
All right, so okay. Famulem, yeah, una continue for share the video. Una like the video, una love the video, and una share the video, please. Talking about a lot of happenings during inside this registration, voter registration process where they go on. We saw something again very alarming, wherein I saw, CSOs and all of certain people posting and making comments about that. But we don't know whose action, because all we do is comment and whatever, and there are no actions. And if it is coming from, as far as I know, and I have studied the politics that has been played for the past 4 years. If those actions, or if those things, or those videos, or those situations been coming from the opposition, it will have been something different. But before we go into that specific issue, I want to make Yusuf address as an opposition. Let's take a listen to what exactly are they trying to bring to family. Let's take a listen on that. Madam. Okay, so I mean, let me just go over it one more time and let us talk about this, because this is very interesting to me. All right, this video went viral, and as an opposition, waiting now on a reaction to this video.
I actually posted on my tweet. I tweeted it. And I asked the question, one, is it right? And two, is it ethical? This gives you a snapshot into the power regime. There is no filter. There is no filter until this, you see it in so many aspects of the administration, in speeches, in interactions. Only SLPP are true Sierra Leoneans. This is how they roll. This is how they roll. This is how power rolls. If me, Femi Claudius-Cole, will not get government job one day and not be nothing one day, I go into a center and I do this. They have arrested people for doing less than this. I mean, I was arrested, can we say, for basically nothing? I mean, in governance, I'm not talking in politics, in governance. This is the party in governance, in government. But was it the president or the first lady who said they didn't have a handbook? They said they didn't have a handbook. of what is etiquette, what is ethics, what taking food to a registration center is extremely okay. With those long lines, for care eat go for them, care water go for them, it's okay. We say she's a humanitarian. I have never seen a place where people can drink money after standing in line or eat money from standing in line. But you get kukuman then, let them cook. Let them can shape food. For that we will bless you and we will thank you. Says she's a mother.
You talk, say, in your view, it could have been something other than money.
You know, if you can shape money in the line. Me there na Mio Center where I go for go register, a woman was almost passing out. It almost a pass out. In a case like that, but if I give you biscuits, it's okay. But you go into the center and you know your position. And you're telling us you're giving everybody money. Are you giving every single center, every single person money? And then are we wrong if we ask, where did the money come from? Are you using our own fat to fry us?
So does Una factor this particular incident into Una report? Did you guys factor this particular incident into your report?
Not at all. This is how they roll.
No, I say Una.
I'm not factor and no report. It speaks for itself. Who needs to comment?
So is there a penalty for doing what she did? Penalty there for doing what she did? I guess so, because I see
Auntie Racheal, no can ask me question like I say we know this. Me de salon in America. No can ask me question like I say no to salon.
Because you see they work now, they work here, but they want democracy money, but you know they work there. So I'm just asking.
Okay, I beg ya. No, don't let me act local.
So there is a penalty.
Yeah, I am not going to go there.
Why I'm asking, Madam Femi, on a more serious note, I might know, but you know why I'm asking? Because of the one that we don't know and feel say what if you do right. That is why I'm asking.
You know what? Even on my Twitter page, I merely asked the question, is it ethical? And I left it to every other citizen to draw their own conclusions. Look, if I say we put all thing and we report what all man they do, our report will be bigger than the second book. So look, we dealt with the issues of people's registering. Her giving them money, nice. She could even have done it at the gate and we still would be none of our business. She could have done it at the entrance to the registration center. It means she has money to give away. And that's her priority.
Are you not concerned?
It's not business.
No, are you not concerned?
Auntie Racheal, I am done with the topic of Fatmata Sawane.
Are you not concerned? Today, no, okay, we saw a video captured Fatmata Sawane. It can be someone else from the ruling party. Hold on, Madam Femi.
Yes. Then they share breast, give people 200,000. Did you not see that too? When the rest of the country is buying it at 420,000.
I saw that as well. I think that was in Kenya or somewhere.
Your time, my time is far more valuable than this.
Are you as an opposition concerned? The landlord just asked me a question. Are you as an opposition concerned starting the way this registration don't start? So, and I saw couple of videos, like you say, we thank God for those phones and this WhatsApp and all of that. I saw a couple of videos when the government and the party in power, they campaign over the registration. So are you concerned as an opposition, say, this road where we don't start so for registration, will lead to a fair and fair election? Are you concerned?
Right now, the First Lady is already congratulating a mayor. I think of Rita. She's already congratulating him. So this is how they roll. Etiquette, ethics, Doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. Doing the appropriate thing because it is the appropriate thing to do. It is very much in short supply. I would much rather. This is how, Auntie Racheal, who corrects who? Who is the adult in the room? There is none. There is none. No boss me voice box. There is none.
So
let us focus on those who are standing in line who want to register. They are our priority. Madam Sawane can spend as much money as Madam Sawane likes. As much as she likes. Me once said for let them charter helicopter, then they sprinkle and pawi. We all need money. And at the end of the day, it's ours.
Okay, so you know, I can see your mental drain with.
I am. Racheal, I am. Because we're looking at, we're looking at the big picture, and our hearts, those of us will like this country, not because the country get for do anything for we. Some of we like Salon simply because we know Sierra Leone can be good, Sierra Leone can be better, Sierra Leone can be a paradise. I may not even live to see it become any of that. And some of us are vested. We want to see a Sierra Leone way, not because you poor, you not go get justice. Not because you poor go mean to say you go die of a preventable illness. Some of us just want to see Sierra Leone. We just want to see Sierra Leone function.
But how you want to see, this is just a personal question, how you want to see these ways, something that you've been fighting for since you come into the political arena. Since you come into the political space. How you want to see when you were saying, I am done. Now
I am done. I am done with the power pie regimen. The power pies, I'm done with them.
Meaning you're done with your voice, you're done talking.
Them. Look, we're already in campaign. The First Lady has declared campaign open. So as far as power pie is concerned, they will fall by their own weight. They don't need Femi Claudius-Cole for Ibden. They are punishing the people to such a level that the level of animosity, the level of distrust will mount on their own recognizance. They don't need me. Our job is to make sure those who want to register can register. Those who want to vote have an alternative. That there is an alternative. Somewhere, somehow. When they declare campaign open, and then it is time to campaign.
So now, who say you think they will declare campaign when they have already started campaigning, and we see the main opposition party as well is still struggling with the leadership and all of that? How all of this is going to play out, because we only have few months to election. I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot for to ask you all of this, because I for one am also.
You are able to answer, not the answer. You are unable to answer. Go left. Basically, we're in a quagmire. Opposition parties are in quagmires. What I do know is, at the end of the day, things will surely fall into place. And the people will vote. And for as long as nobody has been left out of the registration process, the winner becomes the president. If it is Brigadier Madabio, then it is Brigadier Madabio.
But how many
if it is not, then it is not.
Based on so much more people were there inside Pademba Road, especially women, are you think they are going to be disenfranchised?
Well, if they're not Canada for can vote, then of course they're disenfranchised. That's Racheal. But
there's nothing nobody can do about it.
And there will be nothing any of us. But the law say you they keep posting 3 days, 4 days, almost days. If you not charge her, you left her let go, you bail her. They don't keep people there 1 month. As if to say the constitution has become toilet paper. As if to say the law of Sierra Leone don't become toilet paper. It is not good for reading and obeying.
So how about you know the situation of Madam Yabo again, where they don't arrest for the
back
second
in Pademba Road? Yes, election
so
done.
Currently, they inside Pademba Road.
Yes, sir, and Mohammed Bangura. Auntie Racheal, so God another guy blood pressure today by show. So God another guy blood pressure today.
I'm just here to ask questions and help with people.
And I'm here to answer what I can.
And help with people that understand what's in.
And probably find my way back to CID, which is, you know, my home away from home.
CID now you home away from home.
It is my home away. I have friends.
No, but it is sad.
Even the kings are now very good friends of mine.
So what's in some of the if you just in case you're aware of as to why or the reason behind Madam Yabom Sise again in arrest this time around.
They went to court and were refused bail, and they
so
were
remanded. What's some of the reason when they say she needs to be arrested or they arrest her?
Then said her charges were, now let me recall, threatening remarks, threatening. I don't remember. She told me, but I don't forget.
All right. Moving forward now, we don't see and hearing all the challenges there. But when we listen to this woman, then I go on to ask you again: how are women going to be motivated, coming out where then a marketplace, and they put food at the table and all of that. But let me just come to listen to this woman and ask you what it would be moving forward, how we go energize women them for really come out and register, because now we plenty past them, as I can say. Take a listen.
This now one party woman, then one party business woman who don't kind of this school-based community for register for the past 2 or 3 days. Yeah, they can't for register, they let the business become a market for the dinner friends for the sell. They say for them and you but can't for register anything you can more than they say the machine slow. Network this that. One machine of it between
Okay, and that's not a major concern with women. And we all know Sierra women, a good number of percentage of women the breadwinner na the ops. So with all them delay, hassle and frustration, anytime they left their market scan, they need to for register. And how can a whole populated community get just one machine? This is a cause for concern. And things say then they go also discourage the woman the way they left the market every day. Then go, then come, they not register, then go, then come, they not register, then go, then come. Don't you think that will discourage them? And how on a plan for really energize these women?
Racheal, the women are energized. The women are determined and the women are energized. The one that we me more concerned about are our first-time voters. we go almost one for give up. But again, this is why I tell you, say, let me engage. Because I am going to give the chairman a scenario. The population of Kube is about 3,000 people.
Yeah.
How many machines do they have? By the time I go and see him, I will call me
Now
contact
one,
him.
you hear it from the woman. They say one machine.
But Kube is like 5 cities in one.
Yes.
It extends all the way, take on collector, extends all the way. So once we are able to meet with him and we give him a scenario where on the day that is the last day for that center and you still have 500 people standing in line, what decisions do you make? You do not make it at that moment. You plan for it now. They say failing to plan is planning fail. And this registration, we are not about to see it fail. So we are going to engage the commissioners. Now make I tell you, say, I'm not afraid faith. I want to say Monday die.
So
If
how
faith,
soon,
then
how
say you
soon,
they
how
take
soon do you
you
want
they
this?
take 10 kill and for let's see in God.
So how soon do you want this engagement as people are getting
I
frustrated
already
every day?
As the chairperson for the consortium, I follow instructions from the rest of the committee, from the rest of the consortium. I do not go rogue. Me decide wake this morning, say no, I go pull on me clothes, I go fetch my neck. It doesn't work that way. We have a meeting, we have a plan. The plan is executed, was executed on Thursday. Let us give the devil his due. I have engaged the chairman and some of the commissioners. Some of the commissioners I love dearly. I engage them on a personal level. I'm not a pull me close for 30 years. I want to see a good outcome. And in that vein, it serves me not well to go guns blazing. If first 10 reach, I'm good for a fight. But for now, I think it is for us to engage. Let us know what the plans are. If they're not able to capture everybody in the first 2 weeks, we've already told people that we want you to register where you're going to be voting. We don't want them having to travel long distances. There may not be vehicular traffic on election polling day. So we are going to engage him like the responsible opposition that the consortium is.
All right. So which word will you get for Sierra Leoneans then, especially the woman them, for energize them to come out and register?
If you gaze, like how myself don't gaze, who say you power day? Now one say you power day. You one great motor man, me Femi, me one. I get one small power, and that is my vote. How are they protect me vote? Now where I register. Now in them me one voice, they make a difference. If you want forget say tomorrow, you know want let other person pick for you, choose for you. This punishment, you not get for this so take go. Unale we beer. Then they cook for we all. Unale we eat. We go belch ma. Unale we beer. We go register. And that day go come where we go choose who that we want for let we get chance for let it try. And if you self not perform back now, so would they scatter her back. No love lost. This is about Sierra Leone. This is not about any single individual. We are all children of God in this republic. Who say we don't do bad? God. He forgive them when they were killing. One grand picking, he go forgive me. We will
All right.
register, Auntie Rachel. We go register and we go vote, ma.
Okay. Thank you so much, Madam Femi. Although you balanced me small parts on today, today you balanced me.
The one when they listen to me and you, they don't say I no balance you. They don't say I dey act like a diplomat
No,
when it is necessary.
when it is necessary, because
Yes,
we know you for who you are. You know the filter,
yes,
meaning you
but
don't
I
filter the
don't
truth.
engage it.
You don't
I don't
filter the truth.
engage.
But
I
I
know them
understand.
talk of it.
No, I understand. I get it.
I know
So
they take
when
push.
next you engage, please tell us. When next
I,
you engage,
as
please
soon
tell
as
us.
I'm done engaging, now you first at the call, and I will send our cup video to your platform.
Please tell us when you engage with me. Actually,
I most certainly will.
we are also concerned, because of them disturbing videos they are seeing. And una we political guarantors, the opposition political guarantors, especially you, your voice has been very, very credible, and people look up to you, especially women look up to you because of how you don't carry yourself in your political journey. It has not been tough. You could have gone the other way. You could have decided to go on their path, but you stood your grounds. And this is what we are missing as women in the political arena. This is what we are missing. That we have a woman where they stand regardless. We have a woman where they say, this is this regardless. And you are one person who don't demonstrate that in all your time in politics, this short time in your political journey. And so because of that, I get so much respect for you, not because of your party or whatever or so much, but because of how you have carried yourself as a woman in politics. And all that to you. And Sierra Leoneans themselves really appreciate you and give the woman the hope where one for come inside politics. You give woman the voice where one for come inside politics, just because the way you have conducted yourself, not because or you belong to this party or you belong to that. But as a woman, we know the struggle getting into politics already, being a woman, not to talk of being very vocal as you have been. So I mean, you've motivated a lot of women you don't even know out there. So
No, na salon pikin dey make her laugh. Salon
so
pikin, he say mama is very diplomatic today. They say take turkey lunch. You dey see in God. Left.
so I understand how you run for thread now, in a bit of diplomacy, but you and I know Usage for end. And without but you want to prove that I waited, I engaged, and I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
I get
And
it.
you also ask the question, what did the international community say? What's in the international? But you don't just go to the international community and say, now this they happen, now that they happen. And if I were them, being that they're diplomats, they no come for can court case. They are diplomats. When you go to them, you say, look, you fund our elections. These are the issues we are having. If na me, na a diplomat in another person's country, I will say, have you engaged? Have you discussed? Have you done some background work to find out why? What if indeed they can produce to me fake birth certificates? Then I look like an idiot. Before engaging, I'm here crying wolf. Social media has been a fantastic help. You now have audio and video. And waiting me on contacts and they do me on agents.
President is going to make use of them, so we are making use of it. The president is going to make use of them.
Yes, it
We're
is
making very good use of it.
invaluable.
Mhm.
Invaluable. Just as how una self puna pan and that fellow where they kneel down by throat, where the whole world saw it.
Yeah.
And his life was lost, but he changed lives.
It changed the air.
He changed lives.
Mhm.
So, as I embraced my role as an old stateswoman, I can't call myself that, an old politician woman or something. I pick you. They get battle the way you they go. You get battle the way you they use finesse. This is one that calls for finesse. There is too much at stake, Racheal, for me to go with a lead foot. I cannot walk with a lead foot.
That's you.
I must do a ballet. I go for wearing me ballerina suit. And when that fails, ebo boxing glove not dey far. Me fet boots not dey far. And then we know that we are going on its battle, but it is not yet battle.
Okay. I get it. And we all understand where you come from. There's a lot at stake, like you say. So you get for really use sense how you affect this fetish.
How you affect them. And if it is by design, if it is voter suppression by design, it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. If you actually think you're going to disenfranchise this many people during the registration process, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I want to see how they're going to pull that one off. Like how they pull sensors. When they come inside room, they come to Pala.
Yeah, but sensors can then talk and so it happened. So you don't think say this one.
Then verify, then don't verify.
It's you know things about
as if verified as the sense. In fact, anyway.
Go on and listen.
I'm going to put on my cultured face back on and behave like a lady.
All right. Okay, Racheal left me up us today. Thank you so much, Madam Femi. You and me regular inside this program. And say they don't cut me, they don't cut ties with me between me and start.
But meanwhile, then get radio station the way they curse all man, all kind language. IMC not they ask them all. IMC not they tell them say some of the information you are putting out is toxic even with regards to the legislation. IMC don't zip their lip. IMC zip their lips.
So they've cut ties with us, and I really appreciate that ties because I know the filter on the program. I see they come and they pull them, so I don't want to get into trouble.
And I watch your comments. Absila say this lady is supposed to be in jail by now, but oh yeah.
I know, yeah, I mean with the fact matter. So, but like I say, I don't want to put them more into waiting they already did so. I just want to, be this the way I am. But it's a very serious issue, and they're still investigating. The international, we've reached out to high places, not just for me, but for any other person where they go on for do that too as well. I mean, we are in a democratic country, and go say once the money, the sweetness where they come from foreign country, once that money they act democratically. You can't eat your cake and have it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, this issue with, cutting the ties because my program, I hate and there was a time that the Minister of Information say, me hates the government. Racheal hates me government because of this, because of that. So I'm like, okay, I don't hate you. I hate your government for what you are doing to the people of Sierra Leone. And that's it, nothing personal, But I have taken it to another level where they're investigating that issue as to why they have to do what they do. Because we know, say, officially, what they put out there for Star TV is more than what is out there to the public. But that's okay. And so I want to tell me fans them, and thank you, keep loving and liking the video, please. And show some love for Madam Femi on the comment section, please. If you do enjoy this conversation, show some love for Madam Femi on the comment section.
They can show how they feel.
Oh yes, it's been a
I'm not in a beauty contest competition, and I'm
show some love for Madam Femi. Show some love because you know what I'm saying. Show some love.
And then a truth talk.
I have a reason for saying what I'm saying because when I say show some love, because it is difficult at this point forget you kind for can't talk like a this. In the midst of wolves.
All man
In the
afraid.
midst of sharks.
Everybody is afraid.
This is what I am saying.
People are afraid.
It is difficult to do what you're doing. So that is why I need all the love and support from Sierra Leoneans, because at this point in time, we only have very few people like you. So please show some love and support.
And you know what? Racheal, we're not even vexed by people who are afraid.
Even the lawyers, I only said the lawyer then said they're afraid for going to represent people that wouldn't catch and put up on them. They're afraid. Can
you blame them? They were threatened. Lawyers were threatened. And the lawyer went Kenya. Would arrest them? Arrested the lawyer went Kenya. Yes. That's what they say. That's what they say, Racheal. So, and look, we're not all going to be brave. God make, why are we all different? So Monday when they cost and 2-3 like house on the cost so now 2-3, they don't sick. Me now if me page now they answer them properly according to. So it doesn't bother me. I know what's in my heart, I know what's in my soul, I know what's in my spirit. If I mean ill for Sierra Leone, every obstacle will be put in my path, and that is what should happen. And if we're coming from a place where we want to see a better Sierra Leone, God will open doors and He will open windows. Usai He give you Lord, He will give you kata for take total. I have no fear. I'm not afraid of criticism. I am not afraid of abuse. The person where they not cause, that's the person they not born to. So it bothers me not at all. We're looking at a bigger picture. We're looking at the future. We're looking at the entire Sierra Leone. Those who have no microphones, those who have no web pages, those who have no Facebook pages, no Twitter accounts, no Instagram accounts, who toil every day from sun up to sundown just to manage for scrape a living. And for them, they work.
Do you have a message for Mr. President?
None. Peace out. Drop the mic.
You know what? Before you go, let me just share this with you. I've been watching your program, waiting the camera, say I'll talk to the camera. And they asked it's a young guy. They asked the guy, like, when waiting at this message, waiting at this message, the message we want to send to Papa government or to Mr. President, and the boy said, he said the message you don't go plenty. He said, I'm going to get nothing.
Exactly. What do you say now? This is my talk now for let but not smell.
And the guy was so serious, and maybe they laugh. It was funny, but at the same time, it's serious. The guy in the Sophia Baba, I don't get nothing again message for sent to Papa government or to Mr. President. The message we don't go first. He said, I have nothing to say. And it's like we're getting to that point that we have nothing to say to our president anymore. Yeah. We have said a lot where he need for work on.
Exactly. Now I said another criticize, another comment, another say nothing. I'm on the news blackout. Yeah. All I'm looking now is the road ahead. Another say nothing.
That was a good one. So you don't get no message from Papa government.
Not also by he hold the mic, he make us so pap, drop the mic. President Barack, former President Barack.
Kutsi said, drop the mic. We are done.
We're done. We'll drop the mic.
All right, thank you so much. I want to say thanks to Fatima, Kutsi, Memunatu, Miata, Omatu, Charles, and so many other people there, daughter of the Masoon, I know you, and Adama, of course, all are regular at this program, and so plenty, Monday again, what's this man, this guy, Abu, ABS, Aminata, I can't mention all of that, but I just want to appreciate that. Well, there's so many comments today in the comment section, so let's go agree for drop the mic and say, bam, the message will not go to Mr. President. It don't too much. Let it work on that one and force. For now, no message to Mr. President is enough.
We're done. Peace out.
Yeah, peace out. So thank you so much. I appreciate all of my viewers. I appreciate my fans. Thank you, Madam Femi. And please just keep me posted when you have the engagement. Just keep me posted.
I
Please,
will.
Charles, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure for getting all on this platform, and we wanna share on our thoughts as well. Wanna share the video, wanna send likes, please like the video, love the video, comment, please, and share the video. Thank you so much. And let me leave you with this.
Skiddy-bee-boom, pantan, skiddy-bee-boom, pantan, ragga spice. Get used to this. Whoa, whoa. Fire, fire, wire, wire, wire. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. We never them, no so like lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. Say let them go, let them go, let them go. If no go, we country no go good. Let them go, let them go, let them go. If no go, we go die pampo. The way the system they go, we not be voting us so if I go. The way the system they go, we not been voting us so if I go. I said the two ship rest when I give it, they tip and they sell and they put all of them pocket. United Nations in Tilly, they tip free money and they fly like a rocket. Now we don't tire with the violence, we don't tire for the jobless, when we right to the protest, when we right to the protest, every day thing they be we know they open the cheer, we know they make I don't gear. When we talk, we say me put the above. We never them, then they tip free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. We never them, no so like lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. We never them, no yampi alam dum blow. The new direction now, sorry they go. Investor no they come, then they pack and go. Salon economy, no they go. Azagazi, Azagazi, c'est the country don't bend. Azagazi, Azagazi, c'est the country don't bend. Azagazi, c'est the country don't bend. Azagazi, Azagazi, c'est the country don't bend. When we tell them the truth, them vex. They say we're not terrorists, we're not the watch them. 2023, they not fulfill the promise, we're not the catch them. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. We never them, no so like lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. The part they sleep, the mommy where they here and make you wake up. The part they sleep, the one them where they here and let them wake up. Zagazi gaga there, Zagazi gaga there. Lunge bridge where he promise we the pray make him make up. If you not make am 2023, we say for no go take am. We go whip am, we go keep am. The power where we give and we go take am, we sing it. Azagazi, say the country don't bend them. Azagazi, say the country don't bend. I would have box up the country. I would have make people empty. I would have go kill a Tombo. I would have go kill a Losar. I would have go kill a Podema. Let people am a Kenny. You know where we vote for. They pull up on Babati. I would have let thief win a corner. I would have bring and corona. We never them, then they take free money. We never them, no they sorry for it. We never them, no broke down the country. Anytime you go, people they price it. We never them, no so like lie. We never them, make we country they cry. We never